It is April 30th, Halloween, and my subscription for May has just arrived. Your monthly subscription is here. Yay! You acquire an item, boxed Mayam Calendar. Boxed Mayam Calendar. The ancient Mayams predicted that the world would end in May when the sky opened up and pummeled the earth with yams. Learn about other key dates using the enclosed calendar and watch out for yams. Usable. Cannot be discarded. Free pull from Hanks. Mayam Calendar. Let's use it. You carefully unbox your Mayam Calendar and play with the dials. You acquire an item, Mayam Calendar. Check this calendar thrice daily to find out your immediate fate. I'd bet on Yams. Type usable, cannot be traded or discarded. Consider. Ooh. The calendar reads yam, 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 yam. Click a symbol to rotate the calendar. Yam. Okay. Clock. Explosion. That seems bad. Wall. Cheese. Eye patch. Lightning. Sword. Vessel. Doesn't look like a vessel. It looks like a crystal ball, maybe? Anyway. Bottle. Fur. Wood. Chair. Meat. Eye. Okay, this is very Tome of Clip Art. Right? Like combine the symbols and something happens. I mean, I am curious what happens when you get 4 yams, but it seems like the default choice. Like that's too easy. Click a symbol to rotate the calendar. The calendar reads yam, 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 clock. I don't think I want explosion. Explosion seems bad. What was this guy again? Eye patch. Cheese. Wall. Let's go with cheese. It's kind of snazzy how that spins. Alright, so we've got bottle, lightning, wood, meat. Let's go with meat. Whoa, look at the spinning. Okay. Eye, chair, fur, vessel, sword. I want to see what happens with the vessel. I really like the animated spinning. That is kind of fun. I just want to spin it now. Whee! Oh, it goes back and forth. That's cool. So it can spin both directions. Okay, so we've got vessel, meat, cheese, clock. It sounds like I can only do this 3 times a day. So let's see what happens. Consider the calendar. You consider the calendar 1 ring at a time. You acquire an effect, Vessel of Magic, duration 100 adventures. You gain 1,000 muscularity points. You gain 1,500 meat. You acquire an item, goat cheese. You gain 5 adventures. That is super, super cool. 5 adventures. Hit this button, get 5 adventures. Yes, but it looks like I can only do it once per day because the clock is now grayed out. Aha, so that's why you can only do it 3 times per day because there's only 3 symbols on the inside, and that means I have to pick explosion. I don't want to pick explosion. Okay, alright, but we're gonna have to. But first, let's figure out what Vessel of Magic is all about. You are currently a Vessel of Magicalness. Maximum mana points plus 100. Regenerate 8 to 12 mana points per adventure. That sounds pretty nice. Especially since my, well, muscularity points just got filled up. I like that a lot. Okay, so I have to pick explosion. I'm going to do it in the middle. Just so maybe one of these other things can ameliorate it somewhat. Okay, so if there's an explosion though, I want to have a wall protecting me from the explosion. It probably doesn't work that way, but I want it to, so I'm going to pretend. Bottle, lightning, wood, and yam. Let's have some wood in front of the wall too, why not? And then, let's see, chair, eye, fur, and a sword. I feel like a chair between me and that explosion is good. Okay, so we've got some good defenses here. We've got a wall, we've got wood, and we've got a chair all between me and that explosion. I'm pretty sure that's not how it works, but that's okay. We're going to try it. Chair, wood, wall, explosion. Consider the calendar. Oh, nice. You can rest 5 more times without using an adventure. That's going to be really nice for my Cinco de Mayo. Those go really nicely together. And also, I always enjoy getting to skip past some of the smut orcs. So that's really nice. You acquire an effect walled in, duration 100 adventures. Oh, the explosion was not a bad thing. You gain 5 PvP fights. Very, very nice. The new PvP season starts tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. So this is some really nice timing. Wow, 5 adventures and 5 PvP fights. And you will definitely get those every day because those are the choices that limit how many times you can consider the calendar. So you'll just get those every time. There's no option, really. So that's really nice. Okay, walled in. You are protected by invisible walls in every direction. Damage reduction 10, and then prismatic so-so resistance. That's always nice. And 100 adventures of that. Ain't bad. So we got a yam, and I can choose between an eye patch or a yam. I'm just not feeling the yams. Maybe it's because it's after dinner. I'm not hungry. Let's go with the eye patch. Okay, and then we've got lightning or bottle. I'm really curious about that bottle. Let's do it. And man, I'm curious about both the fur and the sword, but I can't pick both. Let's go with fur. Okay, so we've got fur, bottle, eye patch, and yam. Consider the calendar. And one of the things I like is that it seems like each of these choices is independent of one another. It seems like I would get the 5 PvP fights regardless of what I chose for the other things. That is not Tome of Clip Art. Each time you consider, you get 4 different benefits. So 12 benefits per day overall. All right, fur, bottle, eye patch, and yam. Consider. Ooh, that fur is very nice. I wasn't paying attention though to how much familiar experience I had. So darn, I'll have to look at that tomorrow. Bottled fortitude and gained 1,000 hit points. So that's really nice. That's a really nice counterpart to the mana points effect that we had a second ago. Oh, and the eye patch gave sarcasm. And that gave me a yam. Okay, so what is this yam? It's a cooking and a cocktail crafting ingredient. So a yam, sometimes called a sweet potato, kumara, or kamote. I mean, you can call yours whatever you want. Carl, I say. And it's just natively a size 1 awesome food. I don't remember if a yam existed before this came out or not. So I'm going to go to the mall here in a second. But bottled fortitude, you are overflowing with fortitude. Maximum hit points plus 100, regenerate 15 to 20 hit points per adventure. The hit point and the mana point effects would both be really, really nice when you're starting your run because you're able to take a lot more hits than you would otherwise. And you'll also get your hit points and mana points back much faster than you would otherwise. So both of those are pretty sweet. I mean, right now when I've got 1,500 hit points and 1,800 mana points, I'm not sure I'm gonna notice, but in run, that would be huge. Especially for the early levels. The eye patch gave me sarcasm, which makes me think that the sword would probably give muscle, and then probably the eyeball would give mysticality, but I suppose there's a chance that the lightning gives mysticality. I'm trying to figure out if there's a benefit to going all yams. I guess it depends on the recipes that you can make with the yam, right? I mean, it still says consider the calendar, but I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say it probably won't let me because my inside loop is all grayed out. So okay, we got yam 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 yam, like we did in the beginning. Consider the calendar. Yep. You must select 4 unused symbols. So let's head to the mall. I'm trying to figure out if there's such a thing as a yam. Anna-coated yams. Normal yam. Normal yam is at $15 million. So I'm going to guess, or 15 million meat. I'm going to guess that that really is something that's brand new. Let's try to cook with our yam. What would I cook with yams? Cranberries? Yam and cranberries? Oh, darn. Okay. Dough? I don't know if it needs to be flat dough. No, okay. A lot of dough. No. So that did nothing. What would I cocktail craft? I mean, let's just try our basics here. I'm trying to think what you would cocktail craft with a yam. What would you, oh, brown sugar cane? I mean, yeah, of course, but no, apparently not. A martini? No yam martinis. Yeah, sounds kind of gross anyway. I have no idea what this would cocktail craft with. It says it's a cookie ingredient and a cocktail crafting ingredient. So when I look at these other symbols, I mean, now that's interesting. The number of turns I have of Bottled Fortitude, Walled In, and Vessel of Magic are no longer at 100. Bottled Fortitude, for example, is at 95 and Vessel of Magic is at 85. So I wonder if each time I use the calendar, it subtracts 5 from the number of turns of the effect that I have active, because it's hard for me to understand why Vessel of Magic would already be down 15 turns when I haven't done anything. Except use the calendar. Oh, wait. How many adventures did I have before I did all this? Oh, interesting. I think each of those calendar considerations was using adventures, because I have a lot of effects, actually, that are down farther than I would have expected, given that I haven't adventured. That I'm going to have to keep an eye on tomorrow. I hadn't expected that, considering the calendar would use any adventures. That's odd and not at all disclosed, especially since it said it gave me 5 adventures, but then it took them away. Okay, well that's weird. Hopefully that's a bug. That's just disappointing. It doesn't tell you that it's using adventures, and I'm a lot less excited about getting 5 adventures if at the same time it's using them. Same with the effects, telling me that I get 100 turns of an effect and then immediately taking away 15 of them. Let's just recap where we're at. So we got familiar weight, free rests, 1500 meat, 5 adventures, 5 PvP fights, 1 yam, the goat cheese, which is fabulous, some components to make the bridge across the smut orcs, and some hit points and mana points. So that is all pretty darn cool. If only it weren't for the adventures. I'm kind of bummed about that. But this looks like it's going to be really, really cool. I am excited to see what the other symbols do. I'm excited to learn what the recipes are for that yam. And hopefully the adventures is a bug. Yeah, first impressions, this is really, really neat. I'm looking forward to playing with it more. Awesome. Thank you so much.